funky. I couldn't find my coat though. Oh my god. This shade is so cold. What's going on YouTube? It's me, Tiffany, and I'm here with my co-host Tanea.
Hey guys.
And we're back with an all-new Scandal review. It is Thursday, March the 9th.
Rest in peace, Vicky.
Rest in peace, Biggie. Happy anniversary, Granny and Poppy. I was just about to say that. So we've been gone for 2 weeks because Scandal hasn't gone off for 2 weeks. And now we're back. And I will say this. Watching Scandal tonight, before I even got to say it today, I already said it. She was just like, this was halfway through the episode though, and she was just like, Scandal's been gone for 2 weeks and this is what they bring back. Like, this is the returning episode. Because for a minute I was just like, y'all know I was already irritated it was a Jake episode. I was just like, oh, I can't do this. Then I realized that Fitz wasn't going to be in the whole episode. It just was too much for me. Like, I was really getting stressed out. But I mean, I feel like it turned out to be an okay episode. It definitely, it went
on a better note than it began. I can tell you that. Like,
yeah, I didn't think it was going to end like this. After it was gone up, I just kind of.
I'm almost pissed at how it ended.
Today I didn't even know it was off.
Right. I saw the credits. It was like, oh, what time is it?
I knew it was like 9:48 before.
How the fuck do you end like that? Hello. I don't know what that means.
That was a good way to end.
No, fuck that.
So, this was episode 605 entitled They All Bow Down. And like I said, we knew that this was going to be the Jake episode. But I knew that something like this was probably coming soon because in the past 2 episodes, Jake hasn't been in the episode. So I was like, no, like we're definitely not this lucky. And then one more thing before I go into it.
Move.
I'm not sure where Shonda is trying to go right now, but Shonda needs to bring the heart and the soul of Scandal back, and that is a list. Like, and I know a lot of people be like, no, because all y'all want is a crazy.
No, let me tell you something. And I probably went off on this rant again. Before, and I'm gonna enjoy the fucking again. Bitch, you sold us on a fucking dream of a black lady getting the fucking president. And now it's like that is so far away. But that's what you sold us in the beginning. It was like bait, like clickbait. Like, right. You got us here, you bring us here, and now it's like a fucking 1 hour Thursday night soap opera. I don't have time for that shit at all. I tweeted earlier, I don't give a fuck. I hope next season is the last season for Scandal.
Alright.
I'm tired of this shit. Move it! Get out of here!
Oh yeah. More evidence. You see what's all over the table? Yeah. What the fuck? So anyway, this episode starts out with Jake and his new wife. Who is this bitch?
I told you that this is not the bitch from last season.
See, that's what I don't like. Like, y'all know, if this is your first time watching this, it shouldn't be. If you just started watching it, know that Tiffany is not good with change. I don't know this bitch. I don't like Jake. So it's just like, she's irrelevant to me.
But
like,
this whole episode, this didn't have to be a whole episode. I don't give a fuck about their backstory
at all.
I don't give a fuck about her becoming an alcoholic. I don't give a fuck about him hating her. I didn't care about none of that shit, honestly. Yo, Saucy, I swear to God.
So it starts out with her basically trying to convince Jake that, you know, this whole him running for vice president is actually a good thing and he needs to cheer up and eventually he's going to become the president of the United States. And he's just like, bitch, you don't fucking know what's going on right now. You don't know my life. You don't know fucking Olivia Pope. Leave me the fuck alone. And I'm just like, what do you want? Sorry, the adventures of Tanea and the cat are happening right now.
I don't understand. What is going on?
Move.
What is she doing? Move. God damn it.
But also in the midst of all of this trying to convince him that being the vice president is a good thing, she's also just like, you know, she really wants to know more about him because she don't know shit about him.
Why'd you marry him?
See, because we know why Jake married her, but I've yet to figure out why she married Jake. It's weird. Like, I don't know, I just feel like Shonda just threw this shit in there out of nowhere.
Because she still don't want him to lose his fucking job.
It's
like,
annoying.
she's like looking at his little cute ass on set. Get rid of him.
So then it goes to Liv basically trying to get Jake and his wife ready for this big interview that's going to be on the Liberty Report with Sally Langston. And basically this interview is going to help Melly. So she's doing, you know, Olivia's doing everything she can to not really get Jake prepped. I mean, because she's kind of getting him prepped, but Jake already knows what he has to do. At this point, Jake is treating her like she's command, like, I just follow your orders, that's it. So she's basically trying to get Vanessa's ass information so that Melly can get her ass into the White House, aka Olivia Pope can get her ass into the White House, basically. But in the midst of all of that, while she's trying to, you know, get them together, they're waiting for Vanessa to get there. Then Quinn pops up, and Quinn is like, what the fuck are we going to do about this whole Cy and Tom thing? Because we know that someone set Cyrus up. And Liv is like, bitch, mind your fucking business. We're not dealing with this shit right now. That should be the least of your concerns. Don't bring that shit to me no more. So we went from from like 3 episodes with nothing but Cyrus to a whole episode with no Cyrus.
Like,
when Cyrus is like the key point in all of this
the
shit.
whole
Like,
fucking season. Like, it's almost annoying.
okay. So then, you know, Vanessa doesn't show up. Quinn and Huck find out what's going on with her, so Liv has to tell Sally Langston we're not going to be able to do the interview. Vanessa's come up with the flu. Y'all know Sally ain't never been with the shits. Sally's like, bitch, this better not be a fucking lie because I'm on to your ass. You know, I don't trust your ass. I will bury your ass.
Better not be another one of your fucking stunts, bitch.
So they take Liv to the location. Secret Service has the area blocked off. This bitch done ran into a fucking tree or a wall or some shit. A tree, and she's giving some guy a hand job or some shit.
Something sexual.
I really don't know. See, I don't know this bitch. She's a stranger to me.
I don't care about any of this. Like, stop adding more people to this show. And let's focus on our main people. Cyrus, Olivia, Melly, and Fitz. Everybody else is just like a...
To me, it's just annoying that Shonda has decided to drag this 5 episodes to where we still don't have a fucking president. Like, that shit is blowing me.
It's annoying. Like,
how are we on the 5th episode and it's still... Okay. So Jake shows up at me. Well, after, you know, she gets Vanessa's ass in check or whatever, they get back to OPA, and now Jake shows up and he's just like, where's that bitch? I'ma slap that bitch. And he starts zapping out on her, but then he starts zapping out, she starts zapping out on him, and then Liv starts zapping the fuck out, and then Vanessa starts throwing shade, talking about, oh, you gotta listen to your bitch, and then Liv is giving her side eye, and then Jake is just like, fuck this shit, I'm not dealing with this shit, I got a real job, one of the thousands that you've had since you started this show. So I gotta go. Liv, this is your fucking problem because his whole thing is, bitch, you're the one that put this together because you needed me to be vice president. You turned into command and basically forced me to do this shit. I was trying to run away and be in the sun with you, and here we are. So that's your issue. You take care of that shit. And then it goes into some flashbacks of Jake and this new bitch, Vanessa, and you know, they all fake happy, and Shonda got Liv looking over like she fucking jealous. That's that shit I don't have time for. I don't have time for this shit. Like, I really don't have time. Like, it's already weird as shit that they're brother and sister and they're secretly in love with each other and they fuck each other on a wall, on a couch, and in the bathroom, whatever chance they get. And what's even worse is Olivia Pope, this is off topic, still has on this fucking wig. Like, it's just all too much for me to handle. The wig needs to be burned. I want to torch it.
I wish it would have blew up with that fucking house in the woods. Like, it's garbage. hate this hair.
So then Olivia Pope basically goes to Jake one night in a flashback, and she basically tells him, you know, I don't know why you're acting like you're on punishment or some shit for you becoming one of the leading men of the world and becoming vice president. And he's just like, Liv, no, you're just mad that I'm not basically booed up and loving on you and being kikiing with your ass. I'm treating you exactly the way you pulled me into the situation. You wanted to play command and shit. You wanted to be the boss. Okay, here it is.
What's up, bitch?
That's all we're gonna have. And you know what? I'm tired of these Jake and Liv monologues too. I'm tired of Jake putting Olivia Pope in her place. Like it just, all of it just fucking annoys me.
How many times is he gonna? See,
How many times?
It's no point of him putting Olivia Pope in her place because he loves her, and deep down he's still her bitch. It doesn't matter what happens. So like, just shut the fuck up. Like it's not even worth it.
Exactly. So Liv basically tells him, you know, for the 20,000th time, I've heard this about how bad she wants to be in the White House. She has to be in the White House. Yada yada yada.
She
right,
because of defiance. Like, girl, shut the fuck up. Okay, we get it.
So you know, next thing you know, it just starts coming up that Vanessa is basically intimidated by Olivia Pope. Which, I mean, it's not surprising. I wouldn't really want to hang around the bitch that my husband was in love with Eva. Or who I knew was fucking on the regular at some point. She knows. She knows. She feels it. She couldn't stop talking about it this whole fucking episode.
That's only because Olivia Pope is a known mistress. So she thinks that. But the thing about it is, Olivia Pope doesn't have to be your husband's mistress. Because at any given point, she can ride his fucking face and y'all shit will be over. Like,
or book a ticket and y'all shit could be over. Because they'll be back in Tahiti or whatever, Zanzibar.
I want to go in the sun. Okay, Liv. It's like he's in a sunken place. It's sick.
The white sunken place.
Right.
So, you know, basically Vanessa really tries it. And you know, see, that's strike two. I don't play that Olivia Pope bashing shit. Don't fucking do that, bitch. You don't fucking know her life. So she starts calling her a fucking whore and, you know, basically saying this is what you do. Just throwing shots at her because she knows that Olivia Pope is a mistress or was a well-known mistress. Whatever the case may be.
She wasn't a mistress though. Like,
I mean, in the eyes of other people.
In the eyes of other people, but she talking about all the men that you've done this to. Like, bitch, she had she was one nigga side nigga, and that was the fucking president. Like,
well, maybe she's out because she was drunk.
She's trash.
So Olivia Pope basically, you know, she tries to just, you know, chuck it up as this bitch is drunk. But then she just starts taking it too far, so she has to slam her into a wall and tell her, stop fucking trying me. I will beat the shit out of you. I will drag you, bitch. You disrespecting me in my fucking workplace. I will murder you. Don't let the other side of me have to come out, bitch.
Hopefully the other side snatches that wig off, but I don't know.
So, you know, that's when Vanessa, first of all, let me just say that I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed Olivia Pope going to fuck off. It showed me Kerry Washington white go off. I liked it. It was not white go off.
It wasn't even real go off.
Yes, it was.
It's like how you go off if you work in a place full of white people. Like, you go off, but it's not like a real go off.
So Vanessa basically just starts pouring her heart out and spilling fucking beans at the same time, saying that, you know, she thought that Liv and Jake had ran off sometime after the election, and she knows some other bitch because he's always disappearing. And then she starts talking about how he disappeared on election night, and she just starts dropping all this tea, and Liv's mind is racing at this point. She's just like, hold the fuck up. You're right. Where the fuck was he at? I didn't even notice that. First of all, why did it take y'all so long to see that Jake was missing?
Like, where did y'all think he was at?
See, it takes me back to when back to election night when Abby asked her where he was at, and she said she didn't know.
Did nobody hear Abby ask that?
Why didn't anybody?
Why was no one concerned? Abby like, where the fuck is Jake?
Because the thing is, when some shit like that go down, especially after Vargas had got no, it's no way that the runner-up vice president should have been missing. Like, so that right there lets me know a lot. So
Jesus.
Then it shows election night, a flashback, and it shows Jake meeting up with Papa Pope, and Papa Pope basically saying, you know, come back to me, son, you have to do this. Jake's a fucking robot, just like the rest of B613. And instantly Twitter went crazy, and everybody was just like, okay, like we knew it was Jake and Papa Pope did this shit. And I was just like, it's no way that Shonda is going to make it like this, because it's just way too predictable.
I was just thoroughly annoyed, honestly.
Like, because at this point, y'all know I love Papa Pope to death. I love Eli Pope. I love Rowan. I love Joe Morton. He can go. Like, at this point, he can go because...
I still hear him. Jake can have like a double death.
Yeah, like they can just both get blown up or something. I don't know, but it can't keep being this. Like, it can't keep going back to Papa Pope, because that's too fucking predictable. Even though Papa Pope may not have done this, somehow he's always fucking involved, but we already know that. Like, it's like we can already guess that. So Shonda has to do something else. Like,
Can I ask? I have one more question.
Yes.
Where's the president of the United States?
Who that?
The slow one.
The vice president. Susan.
Where is Susan?
I've been asking that since the episode
Where
one.
is Susan? Like, where is that? Where are the people who matter?
I don't even know where David Rose is at this point. Like, I don't know where anybody is. So Liv basically drops Vanessa off that night, and she basically says, you know, is there anything you want to tell me, Jake? And he's like, no, is there anything you want to tell me? And it was in this moment that I knew that Jake was on to Olivia Pope. I didn't even have to go all the way down to when, you know, he told her that it was nothing in the hotel. I already knew, because this has happened like 3 different times. Olivia Pope cannot sneak behind Jake's back and do anything. I mean, Jake is a bitch. I can't fucking stand his ass. But when it comes to somebody tailgating him, he's all over that shit. Like, you really can't trick him on no shit like that, because that's what he does for a living. So, and he's done that before. Like, you remember he was introduced by lurking on Olivia Pope.
He knew at some point you were gonna start.
Exactly. So that's another thing, Shonda. Like, you can't keep doing that, because we already know that that's gonna happen.
Kill everybody. Get a fucking massive bomb in DC and kill them all.
So then Jake and Vanessa start talking again, and she goes back into wanting to know more information about him.
About this whole fucking
the whole time she's talking, he's trying to figure out, is he gonna snap this bitch's neck or not? Yeah. He's not sure. And see, this is what I was talking about with that Lake shit. I can't trust Jake. I know he loves Olivia Pope, but don't think for 1 second that he won't snap that bitch.
Yo, the whole time he was talking, I was like, yo, he's gonna kill that bitch.
Yeah. And what did she say about she actually purposely ran into the tree?
Yeah, because she wanted to feel something. Bitch.
So basically, Jake was like, I'm sorry, I can't tell you about my past, because if you can't handle, right, like if you can't handle me not telling you, you definitely won't be able to handle me telling you. So that's a no. Have a glass of wine and go sit the fuck down.
Right. He was like, basically like, if you can handle me not telling you shit, then we can be fine.
Exactly. So, of course, once Liv feels like she's on to Jake and she has this little bit of information, she gets OPA to investigate, to try to figure out exactly what Jake is up to, and they find out that Jake has been going to this motel every day since the election. Mm-hmm. How did this shit slip past?
Y'all don't know that this motherfucker is leaving Washington, D.C. and going to Virginia every fucking day? Like, y'all are trash.
So who are you?
But the thing about it is, they probably would have been looking into it if she would have listened to goddamn Quinn when she was trying to talk to her. Right. She kept on cutting her off. Like, you know it all. You don't know shit.
But in the midst of them investigating, it actually shows the other side, because remember we got to see when Quinn and Huck found the house in the middle of the woods, because that's where their tracks led them to find out who had made that phone call. It actually shows Jake inside, and he snatches up the girl Jennifer, and then he sets up the bomb, and he blows up the bomb, and then Shonda has the scene where you show him like he's fucking Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible,
just walking
in front of the fucking explosion.
Who the fuck you think you are, 007?
Stop
like, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck
Why
out
the
of
fuck?
here.
Fuck that.
See, instantly I felt like snatched her up and killed the ass, but I mean, I guess that's not what happened.
I would have left it there and blew ass up.
That could happen too. But so Melly basically has a talk with Vanessa, and she basically tells Vanessa, you know, you have to think about what you want, and that has to be what motivates you to get through this. And you know, Vanessa asks her, well, are you happy? And she's like, honey, I'm about to be the next president of the United States. Like, basically this whole time while I was helping and standing next to Fitz, in the back of my mind, I always knew that I was building to become the next president. I knew that this could get me in there. So you need to think about what it is that you want. So while you're helping Jake serve the country, you'll be helping yourself. You'll be helping your damn self. So basically that sparked something in Vanessa's head, and they end up doing the interview for Sally Langston. Everything goes good at the interview. Then at some point Liv gets a phone call from Huck, and Huck is basically like, me and Quinn just checked the motel, it ain't shit in there. But they also show somebody from the balcony like looking in on them, so instantly I was like, oh shit. So then of course Jake pops up with his creepy ass, and he's like, oh, you didn't find anything in the motel, didn't work out. Okay, here we fucking go. So of course Liz is standing there, lips fucking quivering, and she's just like, Jake, what are you up to? And he's just like, bitch, mind your fucking business. Right. And you already caught up anyway. And then he gives her this paper, and then she goes to fucking Papa Pope, and she's like, I fucking trusted you, nigga. I'm always trusting you because I think you're my dad and you love me, but you really don't. And then she's just like, you know, you're trying to frame me for frame me for setting all of this up. And he's like, shut the fuck up, you don't know what you're talking about, this don't have shit to do with you anyway. And he takes the paper from it, and he looks all shook, and he's just like, get your shit, get the fuck out. Gives her her what kind of pocketbook she carry? Her Prada. I don't know. Gives her Prada, tells her to get the fuck out. He looking all shook, and he's looking around. So instantly Twitter and me, I'm just like, okay, Mama Pope is coming back. Like, it has to be Mama Pope, because there's really not nobody else that gets him shook like that. So I'm just like, okay, it's Mama Pope, whatever. Then we come back, and it's another bitch that we ain't never seen before. See, Sean, with no fucking name. Who is she? Who's this bitch? I thought that Papa Pope was like at the top of the food chain in B613. I mean, it's always somebody on top of somebody if you think about it. So he's basically flipping out, and he's just like, you know, what the fuck is this? Why are you dragging my daughter into this? And the girl is like, look, you lucky that I don't get her fucking killed though, because that bitch is always in fucking business. That bitch is always digging. We're trying to throw her every breath that she takes is a blessing. Exactly, because that bitch don't know when to chill. So we're trying to throw her off, let her be thrown off, or we can handle it. So I'm just like, who the fuck is this Shonda that's putting Papa Pope in his place? Like, I need the answers. I don't know this bitch. Where did this bitch come from? I don't even know who she is in real life. Like, I don't like this shit. Right. So then it goes to Jake and Liv, and they're in the fucking parking lot. And Jake's like, come with me. I was like, no. They take this long. I mean, the good thing about it is we know that Jake is not going to kill Liv. I honestly don't know, because sometimes it's a gleam in his eyes that it's white boy crazy. I didn't know. I said, as soon as he was in that parking lot, I was like, don't go. He's going to kill you. He's trying to kill you. And he drives her into the middle of nowhere, and then he takes her phone and he throws it. Bitch, why would you give him your fucking phone? And I would be like, I'm turning it off and it can go on my titties. Exactly. Like, and then the whole time she's just trying to explain herself and tell him that she didn't do shit, and she want to know what the fuck he did. He's not answering her. He's like, no, shut the fuck up, not now. Then they get to the middle of nowhere, and he's like, get out the car. Liv don't want to get out the car. He's like, get the fuck out the car. They get out the car. They walk some. Liv is still running her fucking mouth. Jake says something. They walk some more. They go into this fucking cabin in the middle of the woods. That look like Jason fucking lives there. I really thought he was like going to take her there and maybe like skin her. I didn't know what was going on. And then he tells her, you want to know where the fuck I was when while I was visiting this motel? He opens the door, and then Jennifer, the bitch that called, and who did she call?
She called. I mean, she left a voicemail saying it was Cyrus.
She got the bitch that left the voicemail saying it was Cyrus. She comes out and then the episode.
So who the fuck is she working for? Maybe she's working for the lady that was yelling at Papa Pope. Like, honestly, the thing about it is, it's too much of nonsense. It's too much shit that we don't care about. I want to know who the fuck killed Frankie and what we about to do about it. Honestly, like, that is it. Stop spinning me for the fucking loop. Stop throwing new people in here that I don't know and like. You know, like, it's just.
I will say that,
for me.
Shonda, you really saved it at the end for most scandal deals, because if it would have just been that back and forth shit with the wife and Jake and Liv, that would have been a waste of our fucking time.
It was a waste of my time. It was like 40 minutes a waste of my time.
Yeah, you bringing out this bitch, okay, like, okay. Not that I still care, but okay, like, you're, okay. What really saved you was they said that next week we're going to find out what's that.
We need to. I'm like, we haven't seen Scandal in 2 weeks. You know, like, Scandal is just a show that gets the most, like, it's almost like, it's just like a middle child. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really get that much love.
Not anymore.
And nurturing from the parent. It's just there to take care of itself.
Shonda, I really don't know where you're taking Scandal right now, but I'm also now concerned at what's going to happen after next week, like after we find out who did kill Frankie.
Right.
Then are you want to stretch it like 5 more episodes to find out how we're going to get the person that actually did it?
Or how we're going to get Cyrus out of jail.
Yeah, like, I don't want to do this. Like, all I can say is if you are going to do this for the rest of the season, then in season 7 you need to close us out with Olitz and let it be that, because you can't keep doing this. Like, it's not fair to people who have been watching Scandal all this time.
Let me
kill Jake as well.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. If season 7 turns out not to be how I feel in my spirit it should be, I'm not watching another fucking season. And that is it. Jesus, God's lucky number 7. I'm stopping there. On the 7th day he rested.
I can't.
7th episode, I'm done. I can't.
So, I hated everybody in this episode.
I hated the show. You know that meme? Throw the whole baby away. Throw the whole episode away. Let's start all over. Was this a filler? Was this the filler?
No, this was really like a turning point.
Maybe you should go watch some of the old shows and get some inspiration.
Like, can we please get over with this election? Like, I'm tired of Liv and Melly being friends. I'm tired of Fitz and
I'm tired of Melly and Liv. Honestly.
I'm tired of it.
I'm not tired of them, because the thing about it is, I know this friendship that they have is more of a, it's like a life raft, honestly. Melly needs Olivia and Olivia needs, so it's more than just a friendship, it's a needing each other. Once they get to where they need to go in life, it'll dissolve. Like,
So we'll be back. Man's not happy with tonight's episode.
Exactly.
Make sure you guys leave your comments. I mean, I want to know if y'all feel the way we do about this episode, because honestly,
I could have took my ass to bed.
It's just, I don't know. Like, I'm not feeling it. Like, I'm not being a brat. Like, because I know somebody's gonna come under here like, all y'all care about is Olitz. That's not true. But
no, it's really not Olitz, because honestly, I'm just hoping that Olitz is in game. But like, I can deal with a storyline right now without Olitz. But I need a good fucking story. Right. I need some good ass writing. I need something to really keep me into this show. Like, no, it was no cliffhangers. It was no roller coasters. It was no nothing. It was nothing. Are you sneezing?
The thing is that I probably won't be happy until y'all kill Jake. But if this is your first time watching watching. We'll be here every Thursday with an all new scandal review. For the people who have been watching, make sure you share this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother, your cousin, your sister, your brother. Tell somebody about the show. We'll be back next week with scandal review. I'm hoping that it's better so that we can be more motivated, because it's just like, I'm really at this point reviewing Scandal for you guys because I know how much you guys look forward to it. But it's like, Shonda is really stressing me out.
It's like pulling teeth almost.
So
if you didn't know, now you know. This is the show. How do we close out? I know, like, I really have a brain fart. Like,
if you didn't know.
Now, if you didn't know, now you know. There's no show like the show. I'm so sorry, y'all. Like, my brain really, like, cleared out. Like, I didn't know what to do. But, see you guys next week.